Hey everybody, what is going on? Hexlex here. I got another Master Duel video for you, and it's Monday, which of course means it is once again time for one of our weekly viewer specials. For those who are new to the channel or new to the series, every week on Monday, we take some time to showcase games from you all, the viewers. It's a great time to, I think more than anything, really just kind of come together as like a community and be like, again, I've said this before, but my favorite part of this series is that we get to cheer each other on with our cool decks playing cool games. That's what this is all about. I really like the togetherness, especially on the Discord server itself. I'm always seeing comments after the viewer special of like, oh, that deck was cool, or like, oh, what was your list, or whatever, you know, so... I love to see it. If you want to get in on the viewer special, then you're going to want to head down to the description below. You're going to find an invite link to my Discord server, the one I just mentioned, which is the Hexlexplex. Once in there, under the Master Duel section, there is a channel called Viewer Special Submissions, and there you can leave your 9-digit player ID so I can see your publicly saved replays. As always, please make sure that you are entering your ID correctly and that your replays are set to public, because if they're not, if neither of those things are, or if either of those things rather are amiss, then I am not going to be able to see your replays. You can submit as many different replays as you like. The only thing I ask is that you don't like submit the same one over and over again like every day or something, but we've never had a problem with that. But if you do submit multiple games or if you have multiple replays saved, just please make sure that you're leaving either your opponent's name and or the date and time of the match, or a screenshot, just something where I know that that's specifically the game you want me to watch. But again, if you've got like 15 different awesome replays saved, you can submit 15 different times. That is A-okay with me. You know, we only do so many games per week, but this series, like I said, is weekly. So even if you don't get in this week, there is always the next one, and the next one, and the next one. But that's my spiel. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at some of your games now? Okay, our first game comes to us from Fluffles, who has a game where we're playing Vaalmonica versus Madolche, two very fun and cute decks. Taking a look at the Vaalmonica list here. I think this is relatively standard. I'm not familiar enough with Vaalmonica to know what all like tech cards are played here. I do see we are on the Silhouette. I see the Azamita statue, or Azurune. I always call it Azamita for some reason. Azurune statue here. But yeah, definitely always nice to see Vaalmonica. It's been a minute since we have. Same with Madolche. I actually almost played Madolche. Well, I didn't play the games, but I thought about playing Madolche on the channel. I like built the list out, but I don't know. Again, I try not to let this influence what I play too much, but Madolche, like, just struggles to get any amount of views. I don't think it's a terribly popular deck, but it is a fun one. I like it quite a bit. This is our opponent's list here. They're on a lot fewer Madolche season monsters than you would typically play. The amount they're playing is fine. This is like serviceable. You can get away with it, but typically you want like additional copies of Glassiflay, Chocolat a la Mode, and the Tierra Frasi. But this build is also definitely serviceable. Alright, let's go ahead and check this game out here. Yeah, Vaalmonica versus Madolche. Vaalmonica, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I've ever played against Vaalmonica and had them, like, go off. No, I have actually, yeah, because I remember the Link one has, like, the multiple attacks. I've gotten wrecked by that once before. Alright, so it looks like we didn't open too many plays here. What does this spell? Let's see. Special summon Vaalmonica from the deck. Activate if you control non-pendulum Vaalmonica. Oh, no, we get to apply the effect. Okay, if you control non-pendulum Vaalmonica, take 2 with different names, add 1 to your hand, and put the other face up in your extra deck. Okay. Alright, so we're going to let them go ahead and start their plays. They're going to start with the Petting Scizor. We're chaining the Maxi. They've got a call by. We do have the Crossout, though, which looks like, yep, we are, in fact, going to be using here. Always nice when you can cross out the call by. Alright, so Maxi resolving is pretty huge for us. We definitely needed that with a hand like this, for sure. Okay, they normal summon to the Messengelato. Are they going to go just Tiramisu? No, they're going for Baguska? And then passing. I guess that's fair, yeah. I was wondering if they were going to go for Tiramisu, shuffle back the face down, then go for Tiara for C, and then pass. That would have given us an extra draw, but it also would have answered our back row while having a threat for the next turn. But I think Baguska is probably just better. It's debatable. We definitely have plays now. We got plenty of Vaalmonica penned monsters. We can go ahead and use the quick play spell for the Celatrice Vaalmonica. Linking her off for one of the link ones. Is it the... Oh, it's for Artemis. Okay. Yep, and then we can use her effect in order to add her back to hand, right? And then we can Pendulum Summon. Getting to summon both the Celatrice again as well as the Angelo in our hand. We're going to overlay those for a rank 2. Let's see what we end up making here. It's our own Baguska. We're having an EP time here. We're having a sleep off. Oh, that's good. Alright, so they're linking off their Baguska with the Angeli in order to make SP Little Knight, and that's how they're going to answer our Baguska. I see. Makes sense. We get to use the Celatrice again to add her back to hand. Vernuself is coming down. Although, to be fair, you know, our opponent's turn can only be so scary because they did use the SP Little Knight first effect. They're not able to attack directly this turn. So, while yes, they do get to combo off a bit here, it looks like, we're not going to just outright lose. Okay, now they're using the Tiramisu to put back our pen to scale. And then they're going to go into the Tira Frasi. Oh no, they're going to Chocolate a la mode. Interesting. They're going to keep comboing. I thought they were just going to set up some more disruption. But this might even end up being better. Hoot Cake for Messengelato. Messengelato for Chateau, yep. Chateau F, that triggers the Pudding Sis. We detach some out of their Messengelato. Messengelato for Salon? No, Ticket, okay. Moving to battle. But that's not lethal, because you use Little Knight's effect. That's what I'm saying, where it's like, our opponent can only do so much, right? Okay, now they're going to go Tiramisu into Tira Frasi. I don't know if that's actually how you say strawberry in French. Frais. F-R-A-I-S-E. It wouldn't be Frasi. It might be, I don't know. Alright, we're going to start by normal summoning our Celatrice. I don't even know if that's how you say that, honestly. Celatrice. They're going to chain Little Knight is interesting here. We get our field spell, and we also get to triple attack and thrust, actually. So we can take their Madolche. Yep, that's good. Their Tira Frasi. Using the field spell, we get to go for Demono effect. We're going to pitch in order to set up the pen scale. Now we get to thrust to add the Skelta. Ping 500 is going to let us add the Invitaire, which we can now use. It's the first card we said at the beginning of the game. We're going to special summon Demono from deck. Banishing in order to add another Vaalmonica spell, the Disharmonia. Adding back the Angelo. Building up those resonance counters. That's what we need, is 3 of those. Zebufera. Now what does this one do again? Hang on a sec. Let's pen summon first. Oh my gosh, we're going off. Okay, so this is what it looks like when a Vaalmonica deck gets to like super pop off. I was gonna say, this isn't the one that can battle 3 times, right? This is the one with a quick effect, right? Yeah. But how much damage do we have? A lot? Enough? I think we have enough. Unless they can summon a monster here, which I don't think they can. Oh, it's not enough. I thought we had enough for lethal here. I guess we'd already attacked with a Pudding Sis or something. I missed it. Alright, gonna make our own Little Knight, and then we're gonna stack Zeus on top of there. That's good. Oh no, Typhoon! Oh, okay. That's also good. I think get back Little Knight, we get back Celatrice. Actually, does Madolche? Okay, wait, actually, yes. So both the Chocolate a la mode and the Tira Frasi are both 3k or more attack while the Chateau is up, right? So is regular Tiramisu, I'm pretty sure, as well. But also, we know that this player has a limited amount of Madolche monsters in their extra, so they can't actually go into another tiramisu here. Just dropping their whole board's attack points, stealing their monsters, the whole shebang. Oh, and then now we're gonna go into the, yep. And they're just gonna concede, wow. So, if you've ever wondered what it looks like when Vaalmonica pops off, now we know. That was great. Thank you, Fluffles, for an excellent duel to start us off with. But we still have a few more excellent games to take a look at. A couple more, really. Let's take a look at that next one, then, shall we? Okay, our next game comes to us from Caterby? Sorry if I butchered the pronunciation of your name there. Let's see. We are going to watch a Paleo game. Paleo is a deck that fascinates me. I think it's really, really cool. Most of the reason I haven't played it is because I don't want to spend the URs on it. It's not that I dislike playing trap decks. I just like playing combo decks more. But I'm not opposed to playing a trap deck. To be fair, if I crafted multiple rollbacks and karma cannons, they would not only be useful for Paleo, but also for Lab as well. Speaking of Lab, our opponent is on Lab, and I think they're actually on... Yes, they're on White Forest Paleo Lab specifically. So that's pretty interesting. I see Desert Locust in the extra deck. Crystron Quandax. Once per chain to your opponent's meter battle phase, you can quick synchro. Okay, so it's just a quick synchro, level 4. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, 11 turn, bound to be a very back and forth game. Definitely eager to check this one out. Yeah, it's the rollbacks, the Karma Cannons. I guess that's mostly what I would need for both decks. Oh, for Paleo, I need the extra deck monsters too. That's right. Alright, so we're going second. Opponent's going to lead with Ariana, adding Arias, the Lab Butler, who I imagine, yep, is going to use her effect right off the bat here. Setting, ooh, big welcome Lab, that's good. Can summon the lovely and then bounce back the Ariana. Hand rep us for 1. Hopefully they hit the Paleo. Yeah, they did. Alright, lovely Lab F, resetting the big welcome. They're going to set 1 more card before passing over to us. Oh, Trap Tantalizing 2, and that's a UR as well, isn't it? It is. Ugh, that's unfortunate. Pitching Elemental Burst to draw 2 here. Normal summoning Soldier Dragons. Reasoning, they call 4. That's a little surprising. I would have definitely called 2 here. Like, you always call 2 against Paleo, right? Especially once you see the Soldier Dragons. Gonna mill 3 more with the Laundry. That was actually not a bad mill. I saw Wabaku and more Paleos in there. Going for the Elemental Burst with the transaction rollback. Opponent's going to chain Big Welcome Lab. We're chaining Canadia. They are chaining Arias. Which this is all completely fine, because whatever they summon is going to get wiped by the Elemental Burst. I guess they wanted to Big Welcome and save their Lovely, maybe? No, they want their Arias back in hand. Alright, here. This is the one that's UR, isn't it? No, it's only an SR. Okay. Oh, no, the other one. Yeah. The other one's a UR. Alright, so what did they set there? Okay, so they're setting their own Paleo stuff with the Arias, and they set Welcome Lab, okay. Using the Morella here, which also lets them activate their Lady Lab F. For Trap Trick, okay. That makes sense. Setting Transaction Rollback also makes sense. Just giving, like, a lot of options, really, for what and when they can activate their trap cards. Like, what trap cards and when they can activate them, I should say. We're going for Zeus, looks like. We're stacking Downward Magician here. They're going to use the transaction rollback for a Karma Cannon. That was a great way to force that. Because as I had just pointed out, our opponent had a lot of different ways to use a lot of different trap cards there. So we really cut down on those options by forcing rollback for Karma Cannon right there. That was nice. That was very nice. They're going to bounce the Downward with the big Welcome Lab. That's completely fine. Because they would have to battle again to go into Zeus anyway at this point. Which, I mean, is not unreasonable, but... Oh, Chaos Angel, right. I was like, wait, Synchro with Torby? And I was like, yeah, 10, never mind. Chaos Angel is activating. We're just, yep, gonna chain whatever they target, which is Karma Cannon in this case. They're chaining their Morella. That's fine. Yeah, because that just goes face down anyway. And here's where the White Forest line comes in. Elzet, send Welcome Lab, add Sylvie, normal Sylvie to add Woes of the White Forest. Oh, they do have a trap card, don't they? I mean, of course they do. I never really put that connection together. Like, oh yeah, you can do... Oh, okay, here we go. Here's Desert Locust. Discarding their own Woes. Trap Trick and Morella. So we're definitely synchro climbing here, right? They banished that Big Welcome? Yeah, what's Big Welcome? Okay. Yeah, synchro climbing into a level 8 now. Yeah, normally you summon Desert Locust during your opponent's turn with one of the like, quick tuner monsters. But here they're going to go for Omega, Battle, and then Hand Rip us. This Hand Rip so doesn't matter. I mean, it so doesn't matter because we know it's Soldier Dragons, but I think even in the... Also, wait. Labyrinth setup? I always forget they have another spell card. What does this one do again? Target 2 of your Labyrinth Spar trap cards that are banished or in your graveyard except Lab setup. Shuffle them into the deck, and if you control a Fiend monster, you can set non-Lab normal traps with different names directly from your deck equal to the number shuffled. That's not bad, actually. You can set non-Labyrinth normal trap cards with different names directly from your deck equal to the numbers shuffled. That's not that bad at all. Now, they didn't get that effect because they didn't have a face-up monster on the field. They only had face-downs, but... Okay, so we're going to use Morella, dump Transaction Rollback. They chained Max C for some reason there. I mean, maybe we are going to summon. No, we're going to draw with Balance of Judgment. Oh, and there's Grass. Does that even do anything here, though? No, they have more cards in deck. That's kind of what I thought would be the case. Putting back our Transaction Rollback. Normal summoning the Soul. This is just Typhone, right? Yeah. Ooh, I don't remember which monster that was. Wait, extra deck. So that would have been the Chaos Angel. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. I was going to say, I knew the Chaos Angel was down, but I didn't remember the position. Of course, we could have always checked by looking here as well. Alright, so they're going to Big Welcome Lab. We're going to Morella. They're going to Arias. You know, I gotta say, I honestly find trap deck mirror matches to be fascinating, especially Paleo mirrors. Like, it's funny because a lot of people who really hate trap decks are like, oh, it's skillless, you just set 5 and pass. But it's like, dude, you realize you gotta, like, flip up the trap cards too, right? Like, you gotta know when to do that. And that's a skill that Yu-Gi-Oh! Players very consistently devalue. It's the same when you set up, like, you know, 3 or 4 negates on an end board, and they're like, oh, well, you just auto-win. It's like, okay, well, I mean, I still gotta use these in the right order. Like, that matters a lot, actually. We've all had those games where our opponent sets up a huge board of negates and then just uses them at all the wrong times. The knowledge matters. It does. And this is the kind of game where, like, knowledge of trap decks is, like, like, this is the type of matchup that 100% rewards knowledge. 100%. Alright, here's the Opafina? Or is it Opabelia? Opabinia. I had it combined there. Alright, so we're going to do Karma Cannon and Balancer. They're doing Trap Trick. We're chaining Dynamiscus. There's a ton of things going off here. Dynamiscus summons. Trap Trick is going to banish to set D-Barrier, is that? Yeah, D-Barrier. Balance of Judgment draws us 1 card. It's kind of funny. And then it gets banished before Karma Cannon flips everything down. But most importantly, we're not dying here. That was the main thing. Welcome Lab. We're chaining Paleozoic Canadia. They're chaining Arias. I wonder if Rise to Full Height will come up here. I mean, yeah, of course we can set it, but I wonder if more importantly we can get it into the graveyard. Or maybe we already have one, I just haven't even seen it yet. No, we don't. I didn't think so. Okay. Okay, they're going to D-Barrier Colic Seas. We're chaining the Dynamiscus. Yeah, so no Zeus setup here, but we can still link summon. We're going to go for a Sprite Elf. Normal summon our Soldier Dragons. Elf F. Bring back Laundry Dragon Maid. Laundry F. Millen. I saw a Paleo Fiend Griefing and some kind of spell. Was it another Trap Tantalizing Tune? Oh, what does this one do? Try to set if you do set a spell Paleo. Ah, that's how we get the Rise to Full Height in the graveyard. I knew. As soon as I saw Laundry come out in defense mode, I was like, okay, that's what we're doing. That's good. Oh, Rise to Full Height is such an annoying card. It's so good. They're gonna Morella, we're gonna Morella, we're all gonna Morella. Ours is summoning though, and theirs is milling a transaction rollback from deck to the graveyard. Oh, we get to quick synchro Auric Seas here with the soul. Well, we would if the big Welcome Lab didn't bounce it. And then we Rise to Full Height target the soul, which effectively means our opponent cannot attack because the only monster they're allowed to attack this turn just got returned to the hand. Whoa, we're actually using Soldier Dragon's F. Oh, God, Ash Blossomed. Oh. I was like, whoa. Although that's probably more common in this deck than I realize. Alright, flipping up Ariana, overlaying for Baguska. They were like, alright, we're all going to sleep then. Interesting. Wait, why isn't this thing... Oh, is this unaffected by monster effects? Yeah, okay. I was like, why is it not going to defense mode? I forgot the Paleozoic Seas monsters are unaffected by monster effects. I think all the Paleo monsters are. Alright, Little Knight, banishing Baguska. Makes sense. We can target other back rows? That's cool. You can target your opponent's back rows with this link too. I didn't know that. One set. Yeah, it's in the spell trap zone. Send it to the graveyard if you do set a Paleo trap. That's gotta be great for mirror matches. I mean, it's been great in this matchup so far. I think our opponent's kind of starting to run out of stuff to do. Just based on that Welcome Lab summoning the Arias, not Arias, Ariane, that's her name. That didn't do anything there. Going for our own Opabinia, let's activate Lincolia from hand. Lady Lab's gonna set Transaction Rollback, which they put back with Cypher Immortal Omega last turn. We're putting our own Transaction Rollback back in the graveyard, as well as Rise to Full Height. See, that's the part that gets really annoying when you're playing against Paleo, is when you see something like this happen, and you know, like, alright, well, this duel's lasting at least 3 more turns. Like, literally, not even exaggerating. Alright, transaction rollback for the Elemental Burst in our graveyard. Woof. Okay. We're going to chain the Rise to Full Height here on... Imagine just any of our monsters if our whole board's going to go, right? And we even have the Wabaku as well. That's good. Yeah, so we were, like, extra safe here. Getting to pop the Lady Lab is pretty good. Yeah, I'm noticing the stuff that we're, like, setting up in the lab... words. I noticed the stuff our lab opponent is setting up is getting less and less impressive over time. Like, setting woes off the Lady Lab there. It kind of feels to me like they're out of good trap cards to set up. We're going for the Chaos Angel again. And then Elzette send Woes. Okay, maybe that's actually why they grabbed Woes, because they had a legit function for it. That would make more sense. Or it could be a bit of both. Who knows? Yeah, we're going to draw some cards here. We're drawing 4, I think? No, 5. Yeah. Yeah, thrust, like, doesn't even matter. Yeah, look at this. Thrust set imperm. I was like, that so just doesn't even matter at this point. Yeah, it definitely feels like our opponent's winding down. Us, on the other hand, we're just getting started. Normal summon Soldier Dragon set 5. That's awesome. Okay, big welcome lab. We're going to chain Morella. The amount of patience, it's not just card knowledge, but the amount of patience required to play a deck like this as well. A mirror match like this, or just a matchup like this in general. I think that's why, another reason why a lot of players don't like back row decks, and this is definitely like amplified a lot when you see stun, is that it so drastically slows down the pace of the game that, like, a lot of times against stun, for example, I'll be like, I mean, if the game lasts longer, fine, you know, we'll just try to top deck an imperm, set it across from their floodgate, and often enough, that's enough to do it. But, like, a lot of people just don't want to do that. They don't want to sit there, and that's a comment I've received is like, oh, well, do you really expect me to, you know, sit there and wait for me to top deck imperm? And it's like, well, if you were playing in like a tournament, for example, yeah, that's what you would have to do. Oh, was that a time limit win? It was a time limit win, but also Shadow Mosquito had just come out, and this card, when an attack is declared, you can activate one of these effects. We could have put the hallucination counter on. Anyway. That was definitely quite the matchup there. Holy, very, very nice. Very good back and forth game there. We're still going to do one more duel, though. Let's finish off with that one. Alright, our final game comes to us from Toadette, who has a combination Melodious and Shaddoll deck that I wanted to take a look at here. So the idea is that if we're going to be fusing from the deck, we might as well really be fusing from the deck. We have two different fusion spells that allow us to do that. Ostinato and, of course, the Shaddoll fusion as well. I think I'm going to go with this game. It's only one turn, but it'll show us what the deck is capable of. And just because that second game ran a little bit long, I don't know if I want to do another like super long grinding back and forth game, but we're up against Pearly here. I didn't look at our opponent's deck list, but they're on Pearly. What does this card do? Rest Shaddoll Incantation. Target Shaddoll monster graveyard, summon it face down, you can banish, and then change the position of a monster. That's cool. Okay. Alright, we're going to normal summon. Which one is this? Refrain. Refrain for Couplet. Couplet in the Pen Zone. Couplet F gets to add the Concerto. Concerto is going to let us fusion summon those two penned monsters to fusion summon Baka, the Melodious Maestra. Now she can summon a Melodious monster from deck, and then we get to chain block with the Couplet and the Refrain effects as well. Yeah, setting up our Pen Scale and Ash, chain blocking the Ash Blossom is so good. So Tam Tam adds Polymerization here. Refrain for Baka, or on Baka to mill another Refrain. We're going to link Tam Tam with the Baka here in order to summon our... Ooh, Cross Sheep. Okay. Alright, so Concerto draws a card. Baka is summoning Refrain. Okay. Alright, now here's our Shaddoll fusion. We're fusing the Refrain with the Falco that we just drew to summon Construct. And this will let us do a few things, because we get summoned in the Cross Sheep zone as well. Chainlink 1 Cross Sheep, Chainlink 2 Construct. That's actually really, really good, because Construct can send any Shaddoll card from deck to the graveyard, and then Cross Sheep can potentially summon something back from the graveyard. So if we wanted to, I don't know if that's what we're going to do, if we wanted to, we could mill... This is basically letting us summon any level 4 or lower Shaddoll monster from our deck that we want. I also saw a Chainlink 3 there for the Falcon, or Falco rather, which of course will summon itself back in face-down defense position. And Construct's going to send Windy, and then we're summoning Tam Tam. Okay, Windy F is going to set Beast from deck. Yeah, because if we had summoned Windy, then it wouldn't have gotten the graveyard-based effect. Now linking into Appaloosa, Construct is going to add Shaddoll Fusion back. We're only just now Pendulum summoning, by the way. And then now we can Blazing Cartesia. And yes, you can Fusion summon with face-down monsters, so we get to go for another Construct here, which is not once per turn. Also very nice alt art. Wow, we're just popping off here. Setting Schism. We still have that Polymerization. We're fusing Construct and Squamata now for the Winda. Yep. Construct F for Schism. Squamata gets to mill a Shaddoll card? Yeah, any Shaddoll card. It's gonna be Hedgehog. Hedgehog, does that add a spell trap? Oh, it's a monster that it adds, okay. And then they conceded, but like, wow. So we still had the Call by Schism and the other trap card to set here. On top of having Appaloosa plus Winda. Like, Appo plus Winda is already brutal enough, right? You only get 2 special summons, and you're gonna get your monster effects negated. That's really good. And we didn't even need to fuse from our deck to do any of those combo lines. Yeah, that's wild. Tam Tam for Polymerization was also unexpected, but also very, very good. Thanks for showing that off, Toadette. Thanks to everyone who submitted this week. As always, Zever, it really does help a lot. Just the fact that you guys submit means that we can do this series every week, and we've never missed a week. We've always had people showing up to show off their stuff, which I really want to thank you all for. I love this series. Literally could not do it without you all. But thank you all so very much. Why don't we go ahead and move on to our outro. Hey everybody, Hexlex here. Just want to give you a huge thanks for watching all the way to the very end of the video. Believe it or not, that is actually one of the best ways that you can support the channel, is by watching the videos in their entirety. But there are many ways in which you can support the channel if you are so interested. The names that you're seeing on screen here, I gotta give an extra special thanks to, because these are people who have chosen to either become a member on YouTube, which if you're interested you can do as well via the join button next to the subscribe button down there, or have signed up over on Patreon and become members there. Link to that is going to be in the description below. Without the support that is being offered by, again, all the people that you're seeing on screen right here, I would not be able to take the time to dedicate to uploading daily YouTube videos. So thank you so very much. But there are also other ways you can support as well. Again, link to the description below. If you like my deck tracker that you'll see in a lot of my videos, the Untapped Companion, you can download that for free, and if you use my affiliate link down there, then that also goes a long way towards supporting the channel. That's, again, free. So is subscribing here on YouTube. That's also free and a huge way to support. You can also check out Twitch, once again linked in the description below. Following and subscribing over there will not only support as well, but also give you notifications of when I go live if you want to catch some of the live streams. But really, no matter how you choose to support, it all adds up, and it all definitely means the world. So thank you, each and every one of you. For now, this is Hexlex. I'm going to be signing out. But more than that, I'm hoping that you have a fantastic day.